Hey everyone, it's Jay Soloff from Investors Alley, and this is our options trade of the week. So I'm here in Market Chameleon looking at unusual options volume. And I'm going to look at a particular day because there's a trade that I want to call out that we recently made in Option Floor Trader Pro. But to lead up to that, I want to show you what happened on February 20th. So that was the day after Morgan Stanley announced they would be purchasing E-Trade Financial. And as you would imagine, that created a lot of options volume. In fact, 5 times the normal options volume traded that day. A lot of it calls, 63% calls. Some of that may be bets that maybe the stock will go even higher than the price that was announced. But a lot of it was probably people taking profits, and that's exactly what we did. So I want to show you the setup that led us to this trade and show you a little bit about what happened on that day. So looking at the chart here of E-Trade, you could see it was kind of trading in a range for a while, and I started putting my people into it in Option Floor Trader Pro around December of last year. And so around this time, this is when Charles Schwab announced they were going to be purchasing TD Ameritrade, and this was the inevitable consequence of commissions mostly going away. So in order to achieve economies of scale, you had to figure there's going to be a lot of consolidation in the brokerage space. And for me, once that happened, the obvious next target was E-Trade, a little bit smaller than some of the bigger brokerages, but has a very large online presence. So it seemed to me a natural target. So I started putting people into it, and we did several iterations of this trade, but the one I'm going to show you is the most recent one, which just was about a week ago, where we bought 45 calls on March 13th. But you can see the news here caused a spike as we knew that the acquisition was going to be for $13 billion. So we opened up as high as 57 and probably settled around most of the day around 55, down to 53 now. But there's the opportunity for pretty much all of that Thursday to get out around 55, 56. So let's look at that here. So again, we looked at the March 13th. That was about 4 weeks to expiration when we made the trade. We bought the March 45 calls. Now the nice part is we bought them for about 70 cents. So the stock was trading around 45.50 or so at the time. So we bought some out of the money calls, may have been even a little bit closer to 44. So we only spent about 70 cents. Not a whole lot. The high yesterday, the Thursday that it was announced, was around 11.50. I think I sent out a closing alert with these options trading about 10.80. So if you got out at 10.80, and I know a lot of people got out at really high prices because I have the emails to prove it, that people made about $10 per option, $1,000 per option. It works out to about 1,420% on that particular trade. So just a brilliant result. It's you don't often see too many huge gains like that, but that is the beauty of long options. They have the chance to really, if you make the correct call, you have a chance to really get a nice payout. And that is, that's what we do in Option Floor Trader Pro. We buy calls and puts, long calls, and we, we'll continue to keep these positions on as long as our thesis is waiting to play out. And that's exactly what happened with E-Trade. We were betting on an acquisition. It happened, and it happened about as well as I could have hoped for. And a lot of people made money. So those are the things you want to look out for when you're doing trades that are long options. You want to try not to spend too much money on the calls and puts, and give yourself a chance to hit the big winners every now and then. So there is a link for that Options Floor Trader Pro product on this page. It's only $49 a year. So hey, if you hit a big winner like this, you'll pay off multiple years of Option Floor Trader Pro and have plenty of extra money to maybe go on a little trip. So check it out, and you can always let me know if you have any questions.